Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am finally here with a pick a card reading. So I thought it'd be appropriate that we do this, and this is going to be surrounding matters of the heart. This is going to be dedicated to romance and love and the things that come along with it. So I have 3 piles. I have group 1, group 2, and group 3. So group 1, you guys have the gemmy pink rose quartz, one of my favorite stones to work with, and it's pink. So that's group 1. Group number 2, I felt the need to grab a seashell for you guys that I found on the beach. So this is for group number 2, the seashell, and I just resonated with it so much, so I grab the seashell for group number 2. And group number 3, this is a clear quartz that I was able to get in Egypt. I actually found her on the ground and I was like, okay, I have to have her because it was just calling to me, and it was kind of buried in the dirt a little bit. So this is clear quartz, and we know that clear quartz is a cleanser and it amplifies everything that it touches. So those are the 3 groups. I'm going to have the timestamps in the description and in the comments. Feel free to pause the video to just kind of center yourself and to grab what is jumping to you, okay? You can focus on the number 1. You can focus on the fact that you resonate with rose quartz. You can focus on whatever that's coming to you, okay? In regards to picking the group, and it's okay to pick more than 1 group if you're feeling called to picking more than 1 crystal or more than 1 group. So, okay, so that's all I have to say for the introductions. Please take your time in choosing and let's jump in. Hi guys, so if you chose group number 1, you chose the rose quartz. Let the camera focus. There she is. You chose the rose quartz if you chose group 1. And rose quartz is one of my favorite stones. It's connected to the planet Venus. It rules Taurus and Libra, so you might be a Taurus or a Libra or have a lot of Venus energy in your chart or have a lot of those placements as well. I find that it really helps with self-love and wanting to attract that love into your life, a sweet, kind love. And it tugs at your heart chakra, basically. So if you chose this group, either you love the color pink, you have the zodiac signs that I've mentioned, or you've been longing for unconditional love that feels good and love that feels like a warm big hug. I feel like group number 1, you guys haven't had a good hug in a long time. It's been relatively interesting to say the least, but let's jump into it. We have some oracle cards for group number 1. Let's see what is spirit saying for group number 1. We have it's time to go. So this is the first card that jumped up for my group 1s. Okay, let the camera focus a little bit. Sorry about that. So that's group 1. Group number 1, we have milk and honey. All that glitters for group number 1. So far we have time to go, milk and honey, all that glitters, romantic message. We have it's safe for you to love for my group 1s. Trust. Healing family issues. And your flower is the hibiscus unity. So keep in mind, guys, with each group, we're reading for a big group, so not every situation I say is going to resonate, but grab what is speaking to you, okay? Grab what is tugging at your heart. Now I have time to go, and I want to focus on this because time to go is showing that it's in a past position. So a lot of you have moved on, or you are working towards moving on from a very hard breakup, and it has changed you. When you walked away from this connection, or when the relationship fell apart the way that it did, it really did change you, group number 1. I'm not surprised if some of you even moved away or you disconnected after having that disappointment. A lot of you experienced some level of loss that took place. And a lot of you have been in a space of having to defend yourself, fend for yourself, do for yourself. You don't expect anything from anyone. I feel like group number 1, you may not even resonate or connect with the new wave that's going on right now with, You have to live luxury. He has to buy you all of these nice things. He has to fly you out here. He has to do that. He has to give you a lavish life. It's not to say that you guys don't want those things, but I just feel that either you guys have already had that and you've experienced feeling like you have all of the material things in the world but no love, or I just don't feel that you guys resonate with that. I feel that this is a group where it's like, I just want to be loved and respected, and I want us to help each other out, and I want us to go the distance. You know, I care more about your character. So I do feel like there is something very mature about group number one, where you guys may even feel like you're an old soul, or you can't really relate to a lot of your peers or the things that they complain about. A lot of you are wise beyond your years. A lot of you are also very intuitive. But a lot of you in this group, if you chose this group, you may be very guarded. So something did happen in the past that made you take a step back, and it made you disconnect. You could be someone that hasn't dated in a long time, or you are someone that is dating, but you're just not really finding what you're looking for group number one. So I do feel like a lot of you guys have walked away from the things that you used to be attracted to. But then we have milk and honey. As you all have been taking a step back, you guys have been focusing on the pleasures of life, and spirit is showing me you all are on the path of meeting someone. Actually, group number one, I am seeing somebody, or someone that you're already interested in right now. We talked about your past and how you're looking at the world, or how you're going through things and how you're working towards bettering yourself. But while you were doing that, group number one, or you may be called to do that, you're going to be meeting someone, or you've already met this person. Okay. And one thing I am seeing, group number one, is some of you have to be mindful of maybe someone coming in and they're kind of love bombing on you. So this is why all that glitters is not gold. But this doesn't have to mean that this person is phony. It could mean that maybe there are things that you are, how do I explain this? Because spirit is saying for a lot of you, this is not really a bad thing, and you may be closing yourself down to really being in a relationship that you want to be in. But then some of you are saying, no, I really like this person, but I'm not ready for what they're asking for. Hence why all that glitters is not gold. It can be that you're closing yourself off from meeting your potential someone because you feel that they're trying to show you gold, but it's really glitter. It's not the real thing. So you may not have a trusting heart. You may not trust the situation. You could be dealing with someone that you've already met where you really like them, but something kind of happened and now maybe you don't trust them anymore, or you're not sure if you should take this and go forward. Maybe they did kind of embellish their life, or they act like, yeah, everything's great, but then you found out something else. And I do feel like group number one, honesty means everything to you. And you've dealt with people lying to you. You've dealt with people disappointing you. So you guys walked away from a past heartbreak or a past disappointment. A lot of you could even have like a weird connection with a parent, and you're doing your best to heal from that. You've moved on from it. You've moved away. You did what you had to do for group number one, from what I'm picking up on. Milk and honey, you've created a lot of abundance and prosperity in your life, and you've enjoyed the fruits of your labor. Or some of you are feeling like, you know what, it's starting to look good, or starting to be peaceful, or this is the person that I feel that you've met, because why not? You deserve to have intimacy and love, right? But then there's something going on with, okay, but they did something and I don't trust them, or they didn't do anything at all and this is too good to be true, so I don't trust them. So group number one, something definitely happened where you were getting ready to open yourself up to this person and then you shut down. So the heart chakra is, I hear it, I feel it vibrating, I feel it beeping. I feel that a lot of you guys are falling in love, or a lot of you guys want love, or a lot of you guys know what this could mean for you. And the rose quartz, you choosing that crystal is not a coincidence. It's saying that you are on the path in meeting someone, and you do need to work on receiving so you don't push this person away, or you are already in it. And again, like I'm saying, you're finding little things out. And it's not a, for some of you, it could be a lie where it's like, oh, we can't even do this, and you're disappointed. But I have a feeling that a lot of you are not in a crazy situation like that. But if you are, take a step back, right? And don't repeat cycles. Don't repeat things of the past, right? But I really feel like majority of this group, this can be fixed. This can be saved. It's just going to require the both of you guys to communicate that. Now, Spirit is saying it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, and that is love. Your guard is up, group number one. You have trust, and we talked about trust issues in this group, and healing family issues. We talked about being disappointed at a parent or at a family member, or maybe dealing with someone that you like having family that could be bringing some weirdness into the relationship. So group number one, I would say the collective message that I'm channeling and feeling for all of you is, where is this connection going? Where is your heart leading you to? I feel like a lot of you are moving through your logic, but I am calling on you to challenge yourself and move with your heart. Now, your logic is saying, no, if I do this, this could happen. And I respect that. I respect that you guys have protected yourself this long. But a lot of you wouldn't be at this tug of war if you feel that maybe I'm being too harsh, or maybe I should listen before I assume that this is the worst. Now, again, some of you, it could be a situation where it's inexcusable. That's completely fine. But the message for you is, don't let that shut you down and believe that you're never going to meet someone that is worthy of your love and connection. This is exercising your love muscle, and this is showing the divine, even though this person lied or this thing or this happened, I'm breaking a cycle by just removing that person, by not giving them access to me, but I'm not letting that experience stop me from believing in myself and believing in God that I am going to meet my person. I am going to be in love. I am going to be happy. So I do feel that the divine is kind of challenging you guys a little bit, because this is saying, make room for your heart space to expand, make room for it to grow. You can't continue to move in fear. You can't continue to move in a place where you're not in your softness or you're respecting that. Have your boundaries up, but don't make yourself so hard to where you're wondering, why am I alone? Why don't I have love? Because for some of you, you're not letting people in, or whatever the case may be. So I do feel like there are little things that are happening where it's kind of like, I don't want to jump in this deep water. I want to know how deep this water is. Group one, you guys are very, very cautious. But Spirit is saying it is safe for you to love, or it's safe for you to trust in the divine. Just because you meet one person that maybe made a mistake, that doesn't mean that everyone else that you will meet is also going to make that same mistake. If you continue to move in that fear, you're going to continue to attract the very people that are going to do that. You are so aware of the signs, group number one. I feel that you guys have been through enough to just know, okay? You guys just know. So trust in that. But don't doom yourself to say that I don't deserve this, because that's not true. Now, if you're saying you're not ready for something, that's perfectly fine. And at least you are aware of that. But if you know that this is something that you want and you feel ready and you did pray for this, some of you do need to just say, okay, you know what? I'm going to start dating again. Or you know what? I'm going to give him a chance. If he screws up, I know what to do. You're not giving up your weakness, group number one. You're not making yourself weak to open yourself up. So I want to pull some tarot cards. Yeah, group number one, somebody's in love with you, for some of you. And it's like, how do I tell her, or how do I tell him? He's kind of standoffish. Yeah, there's someone that wants to give you love, group number one, or you're going to be in alignment in meeting them. Okay, this could be someone from your past or someone you've been talking to for quite some time now, but you guys just never took it there. Maybe you weren't ready, or they weren't ready, or the time wasn't right. With the Six of Cups here, some of you could be a single parent. Some of you could be attracting someone that's also a single parent. Some of you could even be dealing with someone that is a single parent. It just everybody's situation is different. We have the Ace of Wands here. There's a lot of attraction between you two, between this pair, or who is coming towards you, group number one. Okay, we have the Emperor. Okay. But we also have the Hermit. Now, some of you are, like I said, your boundaries are up. You're laying down the law. Some of you could be attracting a fire sign. This person could be an Aries. You could be attracting a Virgo. I'm seeing also Sagittarius. You could be attracted to a Sag. Definitely fire sign. This is a fiery group. But I feel Virgo here. I feel Capricorn. Capricorn could resonate with Taurus, could resonate with this. Okay. Libra could be attracted to a fire sign or attracting that. Okay, I see Libra here as well. Cancer. I feel Cancer. And the Tower reversed. Now, and what's interesting is don't be scared that the Tower is here. It's reversed because this is talking about how I am terrified. I am so scared. Is this too good to be true? Okay, there's just something going on with, am I tripping? This person is coming towards me. They know what they want. Yes, the Knight of Cups. They're very sure about me, but I may not be sure about them. See, the Five of Pentacles reverse is talking about how the both of you or everyone in question has been without for a long time, but with it being reversed, the spell is broken, or that drought is gone. Now it's here, right? Yeah, a lot of you are in alignment with meeting your person, okay? A lot of you are getting ready to start dating again. Okay, the 10 of Cups reversed. Now, interesting enough, something about the family is also showing up here. Now, I'm not surprised that family is showing up so much in group number 1, because I was feeling that some of you guys could be single parents, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when a breakup happens, or wow, the sun just went down as I started talking about family, because this could be a heavy cloud hanging over everyone right now. When family members don't get along with each other, it makes it really hard to have a good co-parenting dynamic, or a good, you know, the community is at odds. Like, nobody wins when the family feuds. And there is something going on with family could be the reason why maybe you're a little bit apprehensive, or it could be an obstacle that's here. Okay, we know that children are blessings, but sometimes, you know, adults not getting along with each other and everything like that, that could kind of make things a little shaky, right? So there is something going on with not having emotional happiness with the family, okay? Okay. The Star card is saying with the Two of Swords, making a decision is necessary. There's hope for this to move forward in a positive direction, but making a decision has to happen. Setting intentions and manifesting your goals is going to be inevitable and needs to happen for group number 1. But group number 1, aside from that, I don't know. I just don't want you closing doors on yourselves. I don't want you closing doors on yourself. I don't want you believing in what's been happening. I get it. It's rampant out there. It's a mess. It's ghetto. It's icky. It's like, I don't want to be a part of that. I hear you, group number 1. I hear you. And a lot of you, I've been hurt before. I just cannot deal with that again. And I just don't feel like anyone in my generation gets it, or they want the things that I want. I'm too old school. I'm not even from this planet. Why was I subjected to be around all of these humans? That's the vibe that group number 1 is giving me. But you guys chose the rose quartz. You know that you want love, and you know that you're deserving of it. And you know that you're not wrong for wanting love. You're also not wrong for wanting unity. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use this sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. You're not wrong for wanting love, group number 1. I don't see why you shouldn't have that too. And for a lot of you, it's here. And some of you are going to be challenged with how you're going to respond to human error or people making mistakes. Will you be cut and dry? Nope, no more chances? Or will you say, maybe I overreacted out of fear and let me hear them out? That's all. It all depends on your situation. You know what to do if it's a point of no return, but you also know what to do if maybe you reacted or got scared, or this person may have reacted and got scared and now they're trying to like speak to you again. Whatever that this is, group number 1, honesty and being transparent and not operating just speak from your heart. Speak from your heart, group number 1. All that glitters is not gold. Like, there could be some lies that's going on, or there could be something where I didn't say anything because I didn't want to lose the connection because she's so, nope, she plays no games. I'm not saying to forgive this person, group number 1. I just feel like you have to be the judge of that. And again, because you've been through a lot, you know the decision that you have to make. But whatever decision that you have to make, group number one, do not let that determine if you're ever going to have happiness or have that. Like, you're not wrong to forgive, but you're also not wrong to say this isn't for me. And if something isn't for you, don't speak negatively of yourself or the universe saying that you're never going to find happiness, because that's what you're attracting, and you want the opposite. So speak nothing but love into your life. That's what I'm seeing for group number one. Let me know if you chose this sensitive, emotional, beautiful group, but y'all do a good job hiding it. Y'all do a very good job guarding your heart. Let me know how it resonated with you. I would love to hear your input on it. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, if you chose group number two, this message is divinely for you. That rhymed. I was not trying to rhyme there, but that happened. And you guys chose the seashell. Honestly, if you chose this, I vibe with you. I understand you. I understand you. I get it. I'm letting the camera focus so you guys can see. This is the seashell that you chose. So let's talk about the seashell and the meaning behind it and how I'm interpreting the fact that you chose the seashell. So when I found this seashell, I was just in my solitude, just collecting, because I love collecting seashells. It's just a pastime that I enjoy doing when I go to the beach. So when I chose this, I loved how, in my opinion, she's pretty perfect. She's pretty perfect, but we know that shells serve as protecting something or protecting an animal in the ocean. So when I saw it, I said, wow, this shell must have been through so much to protect themselves and to protect also what it was guarding. To where when I'm finding it, there's barely a scratch on it, maybe like a little here or there, but it's beautiful to where anyone would say, oh, let me make a necklace out of it. So then I thought to myself, wow, this shell must have really did everything they could to not only protect themselves, but they avoided a lot of stuff that was taking place. So if you chose the seashell, you're very protective of yourself. You're introverted more than likely. You enjoy your solitude. And you are someone that loves very deeply. You are someone that shows love through maybe acts of service, or you show up for people when they least expect it. And not only that, maybe a lot of people depend on you, group number two. That could be another reason why you chose this. But another thing that I love is when we find seashells, it served his or her purpose. It served its purpose to protect. And when it's washed up on the seashore, it can just rest. It can just be, right? And you can make jewelry out of it, and it's beautiful. The point that I'm making is with this seashell and the fact that you guys chose this, there's a vibe here of when it goes into the shore, it's cleansing itself, like it's cleansed completely. So there's a big emphasis on cleansing your energy. You've done enough. You've literally, you sacrificed so much. This is your time to rest. This is your time to have someone admire you, to be picked up. You're so beautiful, and to be honored because you serve this purpose. Or you could just literally be on the beach and lay there, but you don't have to no longer protect. So I feel that group number one, you guys want to find a connection where you feel protected, since you're constantly the one protecting everyone that you love. Truth be told is the first card that's showing up, the never-ending story, and we have new life. Now, again, we talked about the seashell having a purpose before it landed in my hands. This had a purpose before I ever discovered it. Now it's serving a different purpose, but before that, it was protecting, it was guarding. And now I'm starting over, new life. So a lot of you are more than likely moving on or trying to move forward after a breakup or a disappointment, okay? The never-ending story is letting me know that group number one, you may be tired of constantly having to be a shield. You may be tired of feeling like you are guarding everyone, but no one is really going out of their way to guard you. And for a lot of you, the good news is you have officially broke that cycle. You're starting over. You're moving forward. But some of you maybe didn't want this breakup, or some of you did not want this to happen. The truth came out. Now, if you're single, right? If you're single, this is more about, it was the same thing over and over, so I did something different. Or I'm considering this person that's completely different than what I'm used to. I'm adjusting to how everything is different, but I appreciate that everything is different because the same wasn't working for me. So either a lot of you are moving on from a connection that was very hurtful, or a lot of you are embracing new energy because you're tired of constantly being in what you're in that turmoil of things will never change or whatever. It's like, you know what? It happened. It is what it is. I'm ready for a new start. The world is showing up for you guys. So there was an ending here. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you probably have walked away from someone, but maybe as you walked away from someone, you were able to get into a new relationship very quickly, and maybe you're pacing yourself, or you've been single and you're enjoying your new life, or you're growing to enjoy it, or you're learning to love what this means and what this looks like for group number one. Because again, you are or have been exhausted and having to shield and protect and look out for everyone, or look out for this person in particular. Yeah, a huge change came through. And you know what, group number one, I don't want to say that this was easy. This was very hard. This was very hard. Because even with seashells, their purpose is to protect a creature in the ocean, or an animal, a sea life animal. Even when that animal passes on and this shell no longer has purpose, even though the shell, I don't want to say the shell has feelings, but I don't know why I'm picking up on this, but I'm just going to say, you know, if I were a shell, I would be terrified. I was protecting this person all of this time. That was my purpose. Now, the person that I've been protecting has passed on, or they've moved on because they outgrew me, or I outgrew it. And now I have to find a new way. Or if not, I'm going to just sink to the bottom of the ocean. I'm never going to be found. So it's like, there's some shells that we'll never see. There's some people that will never get to that point because they're stuck on what they used to have with that person. You guys did the unthinkable. You guys actually moved on, or you had no choice to. And now it's like, what becomes of me now? What happens next? Especially with the Wheel of Fortune. That's a karmic energy. What goes around comes back around. That's huge changes. I recognize that this is what you were doing. Okay? Secrets, things that were happening, the never-ending story. Meaning this person wasn't going to change, or the circumstances wasn't going to change, so you had no choice but to leave. Or you had to accept that you outgrew the situation for group number two. So where does this end for group number two? Because I'm just seeing now, you start over and it's like, what now? The Judgment. Okay. Seven of Wands. Some of you can be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius. Yeah, there's a lot of Sagittarian energy here. I feel Scorpio, definitely. I'm also feeling Pisces could be here too. But of course, if I didn't mention your zodiac sign, it's perfectly fine if you're just here. So thank you for being here. Group number two, I feel like, and then we have the Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Cups reverse. Now, I will say this can be the song that never ends if you continue to not embrace that this is a new beginning for you, that this is a new cycle. It's not for you to go backwards, because if you go backwards, you meet the Seven of Wands. You meet shaky ground. You didn't leave and the situation improved. You left and the situation got worse. Or it's not serving you to stay. You served your purpose to that person, or you served your purpose. It's time to either receive the love that you constantly give, to receive the protection that you constantly give, or go elsewhere, because what you don't want to do is block your blessings and block a good opportunity for you, because you're continuously staying to be this person's shield, this person's protector. And even as I'm saying that, a lot of you guys could feel very shooken up by this, because it's like, if I leave this person, what will they do? Or if I leave, what's going to happen? But if you stay, what's going to happen? It's just, you guys need to start doing for yourself and allow people to love you and show up for you. You've been through so much, group number 2. Like, literally. I just literally broke down the seashell process. You know, that might not be the only one, but the one that I know of, right? That was a transformation and a process all in itself. So what makes you think that you're not processing and changing and transforming yourself too? It just doesn't serve you to go back, because you're no longer there, or you're no longer mentally, you can't really vibe with that. You're different now. If you go back, it will be a never-ending story. This is a new life. This is a new relationship. This is a new beginning. This is a new door that's opening. And the divine is saying, step in, because there's nothing for you over there anymore. Okay? 4 of Wands, there's love that's promised here. So a lot of you maybe met someone new, or you're getting ready to meet someone. I felt that for group number 1. This person is ready to express their love to you. So if you've been waiting for clarity regarding this person, you're going to be getting that. There's romance that's coming for group number 2. It's just, right now, there's new energy that's coming in, or there's new energy that's coming towards you. And as new energy is coming in, old things, the past connections, past relationships, or what you haven't moved on from is going to want to resurface, or is going to want to come back. Or you have to deal with this so it doesn't affect your new connection, right? Let go of that, okay? Let go of that. Because this is why y'all chose the seashell, because while you were doing everything to protect this person, you're going to meet your person that says, I want you to be beautiful. You know, I want you to be at peace. I want to, because people make seashell jewelry, but that's a way of it being beautiful. That's a way of it having a purpose of being beautiful, rather than constantly having to be a protector. Nothing wrong with being a protector, but I feel like you guys are done with that. I feel like you guys want to be pretty. I feel like you guys just want to be happy and feel I feel loved. And that's what's showing up for you, a lot of you. And if you're feeling like, no, it hasn't, no, it hasn't, no, it hasn't, I'm just going to say that it's coming. Yep, I'm going to confidently say with my chest that it's coming. There is love that wants to happen. There's a honeymoon. There's a retreat, a spiritual retreat you can take where you can love on yourself, and maybe you may meet somebody. You won't know until you do it, but releasing your ex, you have to let this past connection go. You have to let this residual energy go. It's not conductive to keep this going for you, because I feel like for group number 2, new energy is here. So it's not that you guys are not open to this new person or open to this new opportunity. You may be entertaining stuff of the past, or your mind may be entertaining stuff of the past, and it's blocking what's coming through. So releasing your ex or releasing what's holding you back is necessary. If you guys even need to seek some level of therapy where you're able to express this and talk about it so you can build healthier relationships, I recommend all of that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. That's a beautiful thing to do, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to understand your process and where you're at. Spirit is saying to release all anger, okay? Don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. Let's pull some more cards for group number 2. What are more messages for group number 2? The Magician is showing up. This is what you guys have been praying for. What's coming through? You've did the hard part. 7 of Cups. You are thinking, is this safe? What can we build with this? And Spirit is saying it may not be a castle right now, but we can collect the tools to create it. With the Ace of Pentacles, we can build upon it. Whether it be building yourself or you're building with this person, little by little. I'm going back to school, or I'm going to get this new job, or I'm saving up my money. I want to buy a house. I want to build a family. I want to have the life that I deserve. All of those things. The Tower reverse. Group number 1 received that too. Don't be scared of this. This is more so of inner transformation, things that shook you up, things that changed you. Okay. Now Spirit's saying with everything that's happened, with the Tower card showing up within you and things happening internally, you can't go back to how it used to be because you know too much, or you know the information. Now it's about, we can't go back after we had this moment, or after I discovered this realization. Okay. I can't stay here, or I can't continue to have this going. 7 of Cups. Confusion. So there's a lot of scenarios here for group number 2. What I'm feeling for group number 2 is a lot of you guys intuitively with the High Priestess, you know that you've served your purpose in this connection, or you've completed something. You finished this, and now you're not being required to do more. You're being required to do less. But there could be people or circumstances coming through saying, no, you have to do more, or you have to show up, or you have to bend over backwards. When the divine is saying this is not an even exchange of energy, okay? Because your person is going to want to help you and you help them. It's not you doing everything by yourself. And I feel that for a lot of you, the love where it's equal, the love where it's an even exchange, it is here. It's here. But don't go back to what was hard. And for a lot of you, if it's not here yet, don't be tempted to go back to someone that didn't protect you, or didn't look out for you, or didn't show up for you. Because there's a big, beautiful blessing that is coming, or that is already in front of you. And again, you don't want to miss that by seeking validation or going back to that. You want to move forward, even if it's with the same person. And it's not about leaving a person per se. It's about leaving something that's been happening between you two, or something that's been happening over and over. And it's like, well, obviously you guys keep messing with each other. Obviously you guys still love each other. So are we going to move past this, seek therapy and work at it? Or are we going to keep breaking up about the same thing, or keep going back and forth about the same thing, when obviously we don't want that? Are we going to build on it, or are we going to work on it? Some of you do have to come to making that decision as well. But again, if you've already walked away from it and there's something good showing up, why go back to what was easier, what's familiar, when you know how it's going to end? You know how it's going to go. Okay. I just feel that group number 1, you guys have been protecting everyone for so long. You may have lost touch in what it feels like for someone to protect you and to show up for you, or to love you properly. So there's a warning message here of not, there's a warning message of not, what Spirit is saying to me? Yeah, they're saying don't go backwards, go forward, is what I just heard that. Like Spirit was saying us a lot of downloads. Don't go backwards, go forward. You weren't meant to fit back in and make yourself uncomfortable to protect or to show up. You have to go forward. Whether it be in this relationship where you guys are moving forward together, or you're walking into something new, or into a new life, into a new beginning, and you just have to leave something behind, or an idea behind, or even a person. And none of this is easy. Like none of this is digestible, but it's something for you guys to put into perspective. Okay, like I really would love for you guys to set the intention under the full moon in Gemini that's showing up. Okay, because Gemini energy can be very with like topsy-turvy. It can be very oopsie daisy. It can be very whoop over here or whoop over there. Gemini energy can do that. So our emotions will be heightened around that time like that. And what's going to help is making a decision. You can't serve two masters. You can't go backwards and then go forward and go backwards again. You're doing this and there's no process. There's no progress is what I'm saying. There's no progress. So Spirit is saying the Eight of Swords is an illusion that you're stuck in this. You're not. The Seven of Cups, a decision is going to have to be made. You know the decision, whether it's moving forward on your own, moving forward with this person, or leaving a situation behind and moving forward with this person, or leaving everything all together and starting over. Whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like. Okay, Four of Cups reversed, the Sun. The Sun. Spirit is also saying something showing up. A message I'm hearing is the sun is going to shine on the truth with the Four of Cups reversed and the Sun, right? You will know and you will move forward with the Five of Cups reversed. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So group number one, what's been happening? I would love to hear your input. I would love to hear if the message itself resonated, but I feel that you guys should do what feels good and what feels safe. Because remember, you've always been protecting, and right? Has this person made you feel safe? Have you felt safe alone? And maybe someone could be disturbing that. Prioritize you. Prioritize what makes you feel good. Don't worry about how it makes them feel. Focus on how everything makes you feel, because that is how you are going to be showing up and choosing for yourself. Okay? Don't say negative things about yourself. I wouldn't say that you guys are angry, but maybe you guys are hard on yourselves. Don't speak negatively about yourself. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving for yourself. Okay? Yeah, and I also feel like there's a lot of I love you. I would just love for you to love me back. And I'm ready when you are. I know it's been tough, but I'm ready when you are. You want to go there or you want to go here? Where are we going? So group number two, I think y'all just need to allow the love to flow in and don't force it. Okay? Don't force anything. Don't force yourself to fit in. Don't force yourself to stand out. Do what makes you feel good. Anyways, that's for my group number twos. I hope this reading and this message resonated. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear if it did. And I'll talk to you guys another time. Mwah. Bye. Hi guys, if you choose group number 3, you chose the clear quartz. Let's have the camera focus just a little bit. And interesting, I found the clear quartz not too far from the dirt when I was in Egypt back in August of this year of 2022. And I asked around, does this belong to anyone? Everybody's like, no. And I'm like, I love how crystals, sometimes they find you. And I love that you guys chose this group, because this means that you're ready for cleansing in your love life. You're ready for new energy, or you're ready to feel like there's a fresh new beginning. You could be starting over with someone, or you could be starting anew with someone, or you could be starting over in your life. Whereas group number 2, we're struggling with starting a new life, but maybe dipping back into the past. You guys are more like, I'm ready to feel good about myself. I'm ready to take that leap of faith. I'm ready to do what is best for me. So let's see. We have blessed for group number 3. Group number 3 is always a magical group, in my opinion. We have a loyal heart, and then we have the treasure island. So a lot of you, if you chose this group, you have already learned the harsh lessons that came this year and the year before that, if you chose this group. Okay. We have making the effort. These are love messages from your spiritual team regarding matters of the heart. We have codependency, and then we also have separation. Back of the deck is purification, the white rose. Okay. Group number 3s, we have blessed, we have loyal heart, and we have the treasure island. So what I'm seeing for group number 3 so far, when it comes to the matters of the heart, I do feel like right now there's a sense of I'm praying for my person. I'm praying for the love that I deserve. I'm praying for a better beginning. I'm praying for a fresh new start. I want to start over. Some of you may want to start over from a place of genuine curiosity and happiness and just wanting to step into the unknown. And then there are some of you that may want a fresh start because you may miss this person. You may feel like the love isn't what it used to be. You may feel like things are slipping and you want things to go back to the way that it was. Because a lot of you could be loyal to the commitment you're making to yourself, to new treasures and new possibilities. Or a lot of you could maybe be a little, I hate to say it, it could be a little codependent on a situation working out in your favor again and things moving in the right direction. Some of you could be healthily making an effort to improve upon your life and improve upon your friendships and to improve upon learning more about yourself. And some of you could also be making an effort to where maybe the person doesn't deserve it because they're not doing the things that they have to do to really show up for you. Some of you guys are unraveling the treasures within yourself. And then there's some of you that are constantly giving your treasure away, whether it be because you're being negative or it's because you're not recognizing your worth and your value and you're just giving that away freely without the person understanding. I want respect. I want love, and I want to receive that just the way that I give that to you. I want it to be fair. So there is a theme in your reading that speaks about making sure that you're not dependent on someone for the wrong things or for any level of validation for self. Okay? I see here the message in your love angels is saying make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now, it could be sometimes you could be making the effort and you're the only one making the effort, or the person needs to do that, or the both of you guys need to do that, right? Codependency addictions can be affecting your romantic life, whether it could be addiction through unfortunate substance abuse or addiction in how you're behaving or how you're going about your love connection, whether it be in a healthy way or an unhealthy way. But the point is, I say all of this to say that separation for group number 3 is necessary. Taking a break from what's taking away from you is necessary. Coming back to yourself, cleansing, purification, remembering that you're blessed, remembering that you have to also make the effort to yourself the way you make an effort to how you show up for this person. Have you been doing what's best for you? Have you been working out? Have you been eating your vegetables? Have you been taking your vitamins? So Spirit is saying you could be neglecting yourself, or you could feel that you're neglected in a relationship. Everyone's situation is extremely different in this, and I understand that, but there is a huge emphasis of cleansing yourself. So let's get into some tarot messages for group number 3. 3, we have the 9 of Wands in a past position. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. So for a lot of you, there's a fresh new beginning and there's a happiness here because you're working on making the effort towards yourself to be better. You're exploring your options. You're exploring where you can take yourself. So a lot of you are in a space of I'm separating myself from whatever that this is to find myself or to heal myself or to take care of myself because I haven't been doing that. And then there's some of you where Spirit is saying the connection or the situation, the argument, whatever took place, space and distance is necessary so you both can think clearly on what it is that you guys want going forward. It's going to actually benefit the both of you to do this. Taking some time to yourself after maybe a big argument. So group 3, did you go through a big argument? Does some of you go through like a big argument? And now it's like, I don't want to keep blowing up your phone, or I don't want to keep doing all of this stuff to get your attention. I think we need space. I think I need time. And as you do that, it's the love that you need to find within yourself. It's you coming back to you. The biggest message here is I'm picking up on so many scenarios, but it all comes back to, are you taking care of yourself? Are you cleansing yourself? Are you purifying yourself? Are you showing up for yourself? Too. That matters. You matter, group number 3. Okay? And the thing is, when you do take a step back, the love that you want is going to come rushing in. Realizations will come in. King of Pentacles. Some of you could be Capricorn. Some of you could be Virgo, Taurus. I see also Pisces. I wouldn't be shocked if Cancer is here too. Leo is here. I wouldn't be shocked. I even feel Aquarius. Aquarius could definitely be here in this group. Okay. And then Temperance. What happened, group number 3? Because for a lot of you, it's like I've moved past what has happened, and I'm coming back to myself, and I'm learning to fall in love with myself. And then there's a lot of you where I'm getting over something that just happened, and I'm doing my best to heal, to cleanse, to move past it, to move forward. I don't want to be codependent on it. I want to make an effort on myself to be better for myself, so I can have a clear mind when I see this person again, or when I have to revisit this again. Because a lot of you, this isn't done. And then there's a lot of you where it's like there's a new relationship that wants to form. It's just dependent on if you want to open that door or not. Oh, there's a lot going on in group number 3. It's a magical group, but there's a lot happening here. And even as I'm channeling, I'm not understanding what I'm channeling, but the divine says that you guys will understand it. But I'm getting a mixture of things going on for group number 3. It's like some of you guys are not focusing on yourselves and you're focusing too much on your relationship, or some of you are focusing on yourselves but maybe neglecting romance and not, whatever the case may be. Either way, you need cleansing, you need balance with the Temperance that showed up earlier in this reading right there. So what is the solution for group number 3? What is the solution for group number 3? What can group number 3 expect going forward? Hierophant, the 3 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. So the good news for group number 3 is that the time away and the distance that you need, whether it's away from your friends, away from your lover, away from whomever, or taking that vacation with your partner if you are married, is really going to be the reset that you guys need. And you guys can speak on, well, while we're working or while we have to make this happen, what can we do to show that we love each other and that we care? Okay, there's so many scenarios here, but being in the same space and the arguing or the misunderstandings or whatever, cleansing needs to happen. So now there's something going on in your reading where it's like, how do we meet in the middle? How do we make this work? Or how do I make this work for myself where I can move past this? What is the next step? Some of you may think I may need to move away, or I may need to get a new job, or I'm ready to have children. But you won't know about making these decisions until you take some time away from whatever that this is, whatever that's clouding your judgment at this moment. Okay. Yes. Yep. The Queen of Pentacles she represents self-care. The Emperor is discipline. You guys have to be disciplined about implementing your self-care. Okay. How this has been going needs to end with the Death card showing up. This could be the ending of something or the ending of what has been holding you back. Nevertheless, cleansing is necessary. The Two of Cups is showing up. So taking time away from yourself or needing a few days to respond to that message is going to help you figure out what it is you're going to do. And when you do that, you're either making an agreement with yourself or you're making an agreement to move forward with this person. But you need to take a step back to cleanse, to heal, to focus, to figure out what it is you're going to do. Okay. Libra could be a part of this group as well. There could be some family stuff going on and needing to take some time away with your man, with your woman, to kind of say, hey, where are we going? Are we moving in? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Group number 3 is planning for the future. Yeah. So there's an emphasis on needing to do that, especially with the Two of Cups showing up and the Four of Cups reversed. Yeah, you guys have to have time to process what's been going on in your love life. So group number 3, I recommend if you are in a relationship, have date nights again. Have movie nights, have nights where you guys are just talking and chilling. Find some you time or you and I time, some romance time. Maybe some of you guys are missing quality time, and that's been lacking in the relationship, or just that's what you would like to bring forth for yourself. So if you are single, take the time to set the intentions to bring in that divine counterpart. And then there's a lot of you where you guys are in relationships, but you guys have not had a lot of time together to really navigate through how you're feeling and what it looks like. So group number 3, be patient with yourself, take some time for you, and you'll know what you have to do. I hear you. You guys would benefit from a spiritual bath, benefit for a Reiki bath, spiritual bath. The end of the year is when it's best to do these type of baths and cleanses. Anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Leave a comment down below. I would love to hear your input regarding this reading. I'll be on standby, showing you so much love for group number 3s. Remember to have a good balance of not being codependent and being independent, and just thinking about what you need right now, how you can take care of you, how you can show up for you. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.